and welcome to another exciting episode of Codename New to Hero 2. Hi, I'm your presenter, GIJoe. You know, I keep sitting down trying to write the script to do the comic recap for issue number 264, and something always pops up. But that's good stuff, because I got some really cool news to share, and some of you might have already seen it over on the Facebook page. But the first thing I'm going to get out of the way is I was able to get my very first Marvel Legends figure, and I resisted everything up until this point. Even with the Star Wars Black series, which this one is closely comparable to, I was done with Star Wars and really frustrated. But you know, when I saw that hot Leia and that Bespin Solo that looked just like Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher, I had to get those figures. And up until that point, most of the stuff, the face sculpts and everything were rubbish. So finally, Hasbro produced really good ones, and that's why I caved in and bought those. So with this, the story's a little bit different, but you know, you see this is the one from the Infinity War Black Widow when she donned the blonde hair. So this is basically going to be experimental. I will do an unboxing. I want to maybe perhaps turn this into a Baroness or maybe Lady J or something. I don't know, but I want to see what the hype is about these toys. And guys like Toy Galaxy, Michael Mercy's channel, a lot of people have focused in on these, and the collecting community for these is pretty significant. So if I do mess up something, I'm going to say I apologize to those hardcore fans. I'm sorry. But I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to look at this from our 80s Gen X GIJoe's point of view and see how this holds up. Now, the next big news I wanted to share to everybody is that Super7 has gotten the license to reissue Thundercat figures. This is huge. Now, please refer to my video about the He-Man that Super7 reissued that looked like almost a 98% carbon copy of the Mattel 1984 Masters of the Universe line. I mean, the card art, everything was spot on, and it was just beautiful. And I got He-Man, and I shared with everybody my thoughts and feelings about that. Now, I'm looking forward to this because of one thing Super7 has done that extra that Hasbro wasn't doing, that Mattel wasn't doing with these reissues. They have worked their butts off to establish a good relationship with their Asian manufacturers. And that's really important because basically that is the reason why the GIJoe Club closed down. It wasn't a lack of interest. It wasn't any of that. Is that it was getting difficult for them to mass produce these figures and at a reasonable rate. So again, that's where Super7 has done a phenomenal job. And I'm looking so forward to this because from the pictures, and we'll take a look right now, I'm assuming they're going to follow exactly what they did with the He-Man. And you see we're missing Chitara and Tigra in this first wave, but I'm sure they'll be in the second wave. But man, look at this detail and added bonus things to be included with the figure. Simply amazing. I've had the pleasure of speaking with Super7 owner Brian Finn, and he is as much of a fan and collector as the next guy. So that's why this is going to be successful. This is from a fellow fan, a fellow Gen Xer, fellow collector, and we know we're going to get top level stuff, just like with the He-Man reissues. So if you're like me, I hope you're excited and can't wait for these to drop. Pre-orders are actually going on right now at Super7's website, and also I think Big Bad Toy Stores as well. So this is definitely a figure to pick up. And if you haven't, see if there's any more remaining for the He-Man to see why I'm, going crazy about this. Alrighty? So the next news is something that is amazing. And now the next bit of news is really exciting. Bishoujo statue of the Baroness pre-orders are happening now. I believe these debuted either at the New York Comic Con or at WonderCon. I don't know which one, but when the images dropped of these, it just blew my mind. I mean, what do you do when you get GIJoe, Baroness, and Japanese anime and merge them all together? So basically that's what this is. And I had my pre-order in. They also do Scarlet and Lady J. So I'm not sure if those are ready for pre-order or just the Baroness at this point. But I'm not a big statue guy. I mean, they're expensive and pricey, and they take up space. So I'm really not, I started with the Phison, my idea of the Baroness, and I have pictures of that on my Instagram and Facebook. But this one is a pure statue, and it's just beautifully done. And let's take a look at it. I always found it funny how Japanese animers take, let's be honest, Caucasian American women, and they give them these really nice hips and really big boobs, and I just think it's hilarious. But look at the detail, the shape, the figure. There's art in this. Yes, there is sex appeal, but again, the detail and the contours and the overall package of this and the aesthetics, I think, are one of the reasons why I'm really interested in this figure. And of course, it's the Baroness. My wife gives me a pass when it comes to Baroness, so why not indulge? So that's it with all the news, and I hope you're excited as I am, because it's wonderful to see these things popping up. As a retro collector, sometimes it's tough when you go to these. I don't know, maybe me personally, but sometimes, there's a line between our age group and then the young guys that are it's okay. But I'm just glad that, attention to GIJoe once again. And any news is good news at this point. So if anybody is interested in pre-ordering, just message me and I'll show you how to get it. Because just be careful, a lot of stuff they post on eBay and stuff like that, coming from overseas, I don't know. I'd rather deal with legitimate and know that I'm getting what I paid my money for. So let's go back in and look at my first Marvel Legends figure. Here we go. All right, so we're going to begin with the unboxing of my first Marvel Legends figure and see what we could do with this, if we were just going to keep it as the Black Widow or maybe use it for Baroness or Lady J or something else. So here we go. All right, so here we go. Oh, wow. I like that. Look at that. You have a folding lock blade. That's pretty badass, man. So on both ends, you take the safety off. That is pretty damn cool. It serves as a box cutter as well as a regular knife. Dude, I totally dig that. All right, so let's get into this. Man, that's fucking, I love this thing. This is nice. All right. Take that latch off. Oh, that's not right. To all the hardcore collectors, if I'm opening this up incorrectly, please forgive me. So, successfully got her out of the box without slicing myself. Pretty nice. Okay, so every fiber in my body wants to hate this so bad because of Star Wars and the Black Series. But I actually have to be honest, I really enjoyed the sculpt and the articulation of this figure. Again, this is my first one, so there may be ones that are crap. I have no idea what the hell this was. So actually I found out on the box it's like a build-a-figure thing, I guess. So as you pick up these characters, you piece together that abomination that was at the end of Infinity Wars, or Thanos' henchman. Well, but again, this looks like Scarlett Johansson, and the look, the feel of it really resembles the character in the movie. And that's what every action figure should achieve. So that's it for this episode. And I promise issue 264 recap is coming. And why don't you be like my good friend Jason Newstead, formerly of Metallica, and like and subscribe to the channel. You know what? Jason is actually a subscriber. No kidding. He actually lives pretty close to me, and I can't say anything more beyond that. So, this is GIJoe signing off.